Mr. Speaker, honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with profound sense of duty and renewed commitment that I stand before you to present the 2026 Budget of Stability and Growth Proposal. As a government elected on the promise of rescue, reform, and revival, we work tirelessly to restore trust in public institutions, rebuild critical sectors, and lay a strong foundation for sustainable progress. In the past years, we confronted the systemic failure that people our states, from broken infrastructure and salary areas to weakened civil service and widespread insecurity. Through deliberate action, we sensitized the payroll, eliminated thousands of ghost workers, and saved the states enormous financial leakages, and implemented a fair and dignified minimum wage for our civil servants. These steps were not merely administrative corrections. They were political choices grounded in integrity, equity, and justice. Today, our resolution has moved into a phase of consolidation. Schools are being rehabilitated, hospitals are equipped, roads being built, and opportunities for youth and women gradually expanding across the 14 local government areas of Zamfara State. We have revived confidence in governance, restored the belief that public resources can be and must be used for the public good. The people of Zamfara State, who once despaired under neglect, now visible light, progress, accountability, and renewed direction. The 2026 Budget of Stability and Growth represents the next chapter in this journey. It is not merely a financial plan. It is a political commitment to entrench stability in governance and accelerate the growth of our citizens' yearn for it is crafted to deepen the gains achieved through our 6-point rescue agenda, strengthening the security architecture, modernizing agriculture for food security and prosperity, upgrading the healthcare system for every community, expanding access to quality education, accelerating infrastructure renewal, and empowering youth, women, and vulnerable populations. This budget prioritizes inclusive development so that no village or community is left behind. Honorable members, with your continued partnership and the trust of the good people of Zamfara State, the 2026 fiscal year will mark a decisive step towards restoring stability, unlocking economic potentials, and building a future where peace, growth, and shared prosperity are not aspirations but reality. Mr. Speaker, the 2026 Budget of Stability and Growth Proposal reflects a political strategic shift that aligns with administrative rescue agenda under my leadership. Our 2026 recurrent expenditure proposal of 147 billion 279 million 945,000 takes 17% of the proposed budget. It clearly demonstrates fiscal discipline and a responsible approach to public spending. It has ensured that personnel costs and other operational obligations are met without compromising our broader development agenda. When compared with international public finance standards, which recommend that subnational government current spending remains at or below 60% of the total expenditure, Zamfara stands well within the acceptable boundaries. This is evidence that our financial management is not only improving, but aligned with global benchmark of responsible governance. Honorable members, the heart of this budget, and indeed the heart of the rescue mission, is our capital expenditure plan. The 2026 proposal of the budget marks a historic commitment to building infrastructure, strengthening security, revitalizing agriculture, and expanding opportunities, including those advanced by the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. I recommend that said pursuing accelerated recovery and growth allocate at least 40% of the budget to capital development. Zamfara's plan allocation surpasses this commitment by a wide margin, reflecting a deliberate and strategic choice to invest boldly in the future rather than merely manage the present. Under my leadership, Zamfara is moving away from a consumption-driven model to a development-driven economy, one that prioritizes schools, hospitals, roads, energy, as well as economic empowerment. This budget is not just a document, it is a statement of intent, a roadmap of hope, and a pledge to ensure that the rescue mission delivers tangible progress for every citizen in Zamfara State. Mr. Speaker, I am mindful of the fact of the trust reposed in our administration. My background of decades in the financial sector has shaped my conviction that sound financial management, disciplined fiscal policy, as well as strategic investment are the bedrock of economic transformation, as well as sustainable development for our people. In line with that conviction, the 2026 budget proposal is not merely a ledger of revenue and expenditure. It is a blueprint for economic renewal. We are allocating substantial resources to capital works, especially road construction that links rural areas to urban areas, so that good services, produce, and people can move freely across the state. This road will open markets for our farmers, reduce the cost of transportation, and unite communities long isolated. Beyond roads, we propose significant investment in the Ministry of Commerce through public-private partnership, PPP, with investment promotion avenues to attract investors, revitalize our industrial sector, create jobs, and boost internal economic activities within the state. While we accelerate growth, we also remain committed to fiscal responsibility. Our debt sustainability posture remains very strong. We aim to preserve our standing among states that manage borrowing prudently, ensuring we do not compromise the future for present ambition. At the same time, we aggressively raise internally generated revenue IGR by over 300%. Transfers. By doing so, we can guarantee that the rescue mission we promise of security, prosperity, and dignity for every citizen becomes real and lasting for generations to come. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the reticulation and expansion of Zamfara State's wide water supply network remain one of the most critical priorities of this administration. From Gusau, Talata, Mafara, Safi, Kaurandamoda, our people deserve clean, potable, and accessible water. Not only for drinking and household use, but also to support mechanized agriculture, agro-processing, as well as every farmer and every industry has reliable water supply, enabling Zamfara to unlock its full potential and improve the quality of life for all our citizens. Honorable members, the revitalization of our primary healthcare system is not just a policy choice, it is a moral obligation. For too long, the people of Zamfara State have endured. This administration will not stand by while preventable illness claim the lives of our children, mothers, and the elderly. Under the rescue mission, quality and affordable healthcare is not a privilege for the few. It is a right for every citizen, from the remotest village to the busiest township. We are determined to restore dignity, strengthen community health, and build trust in the public healthcare system. It is in this period that the 2026 budget proposal commits 17.5 billion to upgrading primary healthcare centers across key locations in Gusau, Talata Mafara, Safi, Arandamoda, Maru, Maradin, Bakura, Zurbi, Shikapi, Anka, Bukuyum, Bungudu, as well as Birmingham. These investments are not merely construction projects, they are lifelines. They represent our political will to end years of neglect and ensure that every ward has a functional, well-equipped and staffed healthcare facility capable of serving the common man. With this commitment, we sent a clear message. Zamfara will rise, our people will thrive, and no citizen will be left behind in our march towards a healthier and more prosperous future. For that tomorrow we give our today. Honorable members, distinguished guests, in our commitment to restoring dignity and efficiency of the civil service of Zamfara State, my administration has taken bold steps to undo years of neglect of the worker welfare. Since the assumption of office, we have dignity. We have cleared over 13 billion 900 billion naira in backlog of activities owed to retirees as well as pensioners, a debt accumulated over more than a decade, thus restoring trust and delivering long overdue justice to thousands who serve the state. In addition, the payment 13-month ends of the year bonuses of 30% basic salary, now institutionalized, has further boosted morale and show our firm belief that public servants deserve to share in the state's progress. Looking ahead, the 2026 budget proposal intensifies our investment in civil service. We're increasing allocation for staff welfare, ensuring timely payment of salaries as well as benefits, and funding comprehensive training and training programs across all cadres to modernize the service, improve delivery, as well as boost efficiency. By putting more money into the hand of civil servants through wages, bonuses, cleared pensions, and gratuities, we are empowering households as well as stimulating local demand and creating a multiplier effect that will enable small businesses and commerce across the state to thrive. Moreover, by keeping our workforce through training provision of necessary tools, including vehicles where needed, and ensuring enhanced working conditions, we lay the foundation for a civil service standard of excellence, accountability, and professionalism that compares favorably with the best in Nigeria and beyond. This proposal, therefore, does not treat the civil service as a cost center, but rather as the engine of development, growth, and social renewal. Honorable members, let me also emphasize that Zamfara State is relentlessly positioning itself as a competitive destination for both local and international investment. We are constructing a modern state airport to open our doors to global businesses and accelerate the movement of people, goods, and services. Inshallah, our airport will be launched in the first quarter of next year. I make a commitment that by the grace of Almighty Allah, next year's pilgrimage, Zamfara will be the first. Alongside this, we have strengthened our public-private partnership framework to ensure transparency, investor confidence, and sustainable long-term partnership. The establishment of the Environmental Development Company marked a decisive step toward harnessing our vast mineral resources responsibly and profitably. The construction of an international conference center will also provide a world-class venue for global summits. We'll also provide a world-class venue for global businesses summit, trade exhibitions, and investment for this center, inshallah. By next year, it will become a reality. Through this strategic initiative, Zamfara is not only rebuilding, we are rebranding, and the Global Center of Adaptation are investing millions of dollars to build climate resilient value chain, as well as support smallholder farmers, introduce modern farming techniques and digital agro-extension services, as well as rehabilitate our irrigation system to ensure our fertility, our fertile land yields its potential. Recognizing Zamfara's comparative advantage in agriculture, abundant arable land, significant water resources via schemes like macro irrigation scheme, and a willing population of farmers, the 2026 budget proposal dedicates 10% of the total budget to the sum of the Ministry of Agriculture. This allocation is meant to underpin investment in irrigation, rehabilitation, agricultural input supply, agro-processing facilities, and value chain development. By doing so, we are transforming agriculture from subsistence activity into structured, market-oriented engine of growth, generating livelihoods, creating jobs, driving food security, attracting private and institutional investment into agro business across our state. Honorable members, the rescue mission places education at the very heart of Zamfara's long transformation because no society in our tertiary institution pipeline. Across our communities, from the South to Latin Conference, we are constructing and upgrading schools so that every child, regardless of background, has access to safe, modern budget proposal, underscoring our commitment to building a knowledgeable, empowered nation that will secure the future of Zamfara State, inshallah. Honorable members, our commitment to inclusive development is further demonstrated through the extensive community focus, both of which political links for commerce and security. In addition, the 2026 proposal provides for the construction of 94 kilometers Endoton Daji, Dokan Yamwal Daji, Hain Alhaji, Beni Yamfus Affair Road, as well as the 53 kilometer Jodi Dogan Kade, Nasara Belai, Nasara Dauda, vast family bills for market. We are also embarking on the construction of the buildings of Ubibuki Road, Manaka Road, and Zumbi Rukudawa Road to enhance mobility. This will increase trade as well as security within the state for easy reach whenever there's an issue in there. Furthermore, we are developing the Lambar Asako Road, including the Asako Bridge, the Lambar Eda Road, and the Tokoshi Railway Belo Road, Bungudu Road, ensuring that the rural population have reliable access to economic activities. To inform this effort, the state has also set aside 5 billion naira for emergency road construction to enable swift intervention where infrastructure is urgently needed. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we must address the big elephant in the room, which is security. For years, Zamfara has battled with criminality, banditry, armed breakdown of social law and order within communities. But under this administration, security has remained at the forefront of every budget, every policy, and every action. The life and dignity of our people are not negotiable. In the 2026 budget proposal, we continue to prioritize resources for community-level security, supporting our local vigilante structure in coordination with the Federal Security Agency, as well as deploying modern technology for surveillance, early warning system, as well as intelligence gathering. This administration refuses to go to fear. Instead, we are building a security architecture rooted in resilience, modern tools, and community cooperation. Yet, we fully understand that security is not achieved by weapons alone. It is achieved by addressing the root causes. That is why our budget strengthens poverty alleviation mechanism, from humanitarian support to displaced families to capacity building program that empowers youth with affordable skill and steady livelihood. By investing in job, education, technology, and continued development, we are cutting off the oxygen supplies that fuel crime and restoring hope to vulnerable population. The 2026 budget proposal reflects our unwavering belief that secure Zamfara is possible not through force alone, but through prosperity, inclusion, and government that stand firmly with its people, every ward, every village, and every local government. Mr. Speaker, this celebration to a close, let me emphasize that one of these ambitions, from security to education, from agriculture to infrastructure, from civil service reform to economic revitalization, cannot be achieved without political will. The unwavering commitment of government and the patriotic operation of this esteemed house. Political will is the courage to make difficult decisions today for the sake of a better tomorrow. It is the strength to remain focused on the collective interest, even when distractions abound. Your continued support, understanding, and legislative partnership have been indispensable in driving the rescue mission forward. And together, we have begun to lay a foundation of a prosperous, secure, and progressive Zamfara state. It is in this spirit of shared responsibility and collective resolve that I humbly submit to this honorable House the 2026 budget proposal of 861 billion 337 million naira. 861 billion 337 million naira only for your careful consideration and approval. This budget is more than figures. It is a roadmap for transformation, a contract with the people, a declaration that the state will rise stronger, more united, and more determined than ever before. May Allah guide your deliberations and bless the great people of Zamfara State. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Zamfara State, Mani Malamuni, distinguished colleagues, honorable members, the Chief Judge and Honorable Grand Kadi, the Secretary to the State Government, Head of Service and Chief of Staff, Government House, the Clerk and his team, Zamfara State House of Assembly, the Commissioner of Police, the Director of SSS, the Commander, 1 Brigade Nigerian Army Reserve, the Commander 207 Quick Response Group, Nigerian Air Force Reserve, Your Royal Highnesses, the Emirs, the Chairman, and the ESCO of our great party, the PDP. Honorable Commissioners and Special Advisors, Permanent Secretaries and Director Generals, Local Government Chairman, Head of Extra Ministerial Department, Federal and State, the teaming supporters of this administration, the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Glory be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting me the privilege once again to witness this special day that falls once every fiscal year, of which I have the honor to lead my fellow honorable members of this hallowed chamber in welcoming His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Dauda Lawal, in fulfillment of our constitutional mandate and responsibility in the annual budget process. In line with democratic norms and practice, this event serves as a platform for annual engagement where executive and legislative arms of government meet, interact, and plan the government projection for revenue generation and expenditure. The mission agenda. What gladdens us most is Your Excellency's firm and unwavering commitment. Notably, Your Excellency, infrastructure that include urban renewal project, renovation and construction of healthcare facilities through agile project, and the establishment of the State Disability Board for inclusivity. And also on civil service reform, training and retraining of public service, e-governance and digitalization of government service, renovation and upgrade of office, among others. Your Excellency, the brighter part of this precious experience is that distinguished personalities, you can all bear me witness that the above review of the previous year's budgets demonstrate a clear direction and a sincere commitment toward the betterment of our society. Your Excellency, we remain expenditures. Your Excellency, various indicators shows that Zamfara is on the verge of becoming one of the fastest growing states in terms of infrastructure, e-governance, and the internally generated revenue. It is our hope that the ongoing review and deployment of the State Deployment Plan will soon be completed, enabling the Honorable House and the key stakeholders to align our annual budget and other sectoral policies with SDGs goals in conformity with the rescue mission agenda. As we begin to scrutinize this budget and invite MDS to defend their proposal, our guiding principle will include stock-taking and human need assessment through engagement with our constituents and the relevant authorities. This is to ensure that we deliver a budget that is both citizen-centered and realistic. Our doors remain open for input and advice from partners, recognized as us, individual and groups. Therefore, I assure Your Excellency that the House will deliberate and follow due process to sustain the passage of this budget for efficient implementation. On our part as lawmakers of the state, prominent among these bills include a law establishing the Zamfara State Community Protection Guard, a law establishing the Zamfara State Security Trust Fund, a law establishing the Zamfara State Road Fund Board for founding Class C and D roads in the state, a law establishing the Zamfara State Rural Access Road Authority for the management of Class C and D roads, a law establishing the Disability Board, and a law to provide for the establishment of Zamfara State Alternative Dispute Resolution Center, currently in the pipeline, among others. Distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, all the aforementioned achievements and the many more, too numerous to mention, are product of the cordial working relationship between the city arms of government in the state. Your Excellency, we assure you of our unwavering determination to study this project proposal thoroughly and act swiftly to fast-track deployment through its proper implementation. As Speaker and the presiding officer of this House, I deeply appreciate my colleagues, the honorable members, the clerk and his team for their support and cooperation. Without your unity and support, this achievement would not have been possible. A single tree cannot make a forest. Your collective effort will definitely continue to strengthen. Your collective effort will definitely continue to strengthen this institution. May Almighty Allah guide us as we continue to serve our people. Your Excellency, before I conclude, I wish to condole His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Dr. Dauda Lawal, and good people of Zamfara State, especially the families of those who lost their lives, properties, or suffered various degrees of injuries due to recent security challenges. I pray that Almighty Allah grant the deceased eternal rest, heal the injured, and replace all the lost properties with what is most appropriate. Amen. On behalf of the honorable members, I express our sincere appreciation to His Excellency for his constant support and the response to matters presented to him by this House. The ongoing general overhaul and upgrade of our chamber will no doubt provide a more conducive working environment for better service delivery. Finally, I appreciate our constituent for entrusting us with the mandate to serve. Be rest assured that every action taken in this chamber is guided by a good faith and a commitment to your aspiration. As we strive to build a better society now and in the future, we call for your prayers, continued support, and cooperation as we continue to offer ourselves in service to humanity. Thank you, and God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Distinguished Majesty, my honorable colleagues, honorable members, I want to bring to your attention that His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was selected our able Governor, His Excellency Governor Dauda Lawal, among the prominent people who are going to be awarded by Mr. President. Congratulations, Your Excellency. My colleagues, distinguished honorable members, having all the content of the presentation by our father, His Excellency Governor Dauda, it is your wish that we suspend Order 12/18 sub 2 to allow give debate its second reading respectively. Those in support that Order 12 say aye, those against say nay. The ayes have it. Order 12/18 sub 2 of the Zamfara State House of Assembly Standing Orders 2024 is hereby suspended. All members, having suspended Order 12/18 sub 2, it is your wish that we call upon the clerk to give the appropriation bill its second reading respectively. Those who support this motion should say aye, those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Clerk, give the bill its second reading respectively.
Your Excellencies, Executive Governor of Zamfara State and the Deputy Governor of Zamfara State, Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, the SSG Special Dignitaries, Assalamu alaikum. This bill is for a law to provide for the issue and appropriation from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Zamfara State the sum of 861 billion 337 million naira, out of which 147 billion 279 million 945,000 naira is earmarked for recurrent expenditure and 714 expenditure for the year ending 31st December 2026 for the purposes specified in their respective schedules. Second reading.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clark. All members, today, Thursday, 4th December 2025, this Honorable House has resolved with unanimous consent and gave the bill for a law to provide for the issue and the appropriation from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Zamfara State, the sum of 861 billion 337 million naira only, with the sum of 147 billion 279 million 945,000 earmarked for recurrent expenditure, and the sum of 714 billion 57 million 55,000 naira only earmarked for capital expenditure for the year ending 31 December 2026, and for the purpose specified in the schedules has given it is second reading and refer it to the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation to scrutinize all clauses of the bill across all the MDS in the state, and they refer to the House within 10 days at the Iron. Honorable members, having said all what we have on today's order favor, I would like to call on the majority leader, Honorable Member Muhammad.
Da mu dage wannan zama har zuwa ranar Monday 8 ga watan Disamba a shekara ta 2025 karfe 10 na safe idan Allah ya kawo. Nagode.
Thank you very much, Honorable Leader. This Honorable Nagambo, the Chief Whip of the House, please second the motion.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Right Honorable Speaker, mai girma mai daraja gwamna, mataimakin gwamna, SAG Clark, wayan masarauta, my colleagues and honorable members, wayan masarauta, securities, air present press, assalamu alaikum. Sunana Honorable Lawal Murafa an kana gambo a ɗan majalisar mawalita an kada kewaye. Na miƙe ne tsaye in ba da goyon baya akan wannan kuduri da mai girma da ya gabata na dage wannan zama la'akari da irin muhimmancin da ke kunshe ga waɗannan kwanaki da muka iba dangane da kasafin kuɗi wanda a halin yanzu mai daraja gwamna ya gabatar ga wannan gida mai albarka, kuma la'akari da irin muhimmancin da ke ga wannan kasafin kuɗi wanda kuma da mai daraja gwamna ya ba da bayani cewa yana da alaƙa da dukkan hidimomi da al'amuran rayuwar al'umma na fadin jihar Zamfara. So na ba da cikakken goyon baya kuma na amince da wannan ƙuduri don mu samu damar kammala wannan aiki mai muhimmanci da kasafin kuɗi cikin kwanakin da mai girma spika ya ba mu. Wassalamu alaikum, na aminta.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nagambo. Please, Honorable Hamsi, who will lead us with a closing prayer, please.
صلوا على النبي الكريم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم إني نسألك بأنك الحمد لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك علمنا ما بدء السماوات